Life in heaven. What's it going to be like in heaven? Let me give you a few questions that people have asked about heaven. I'll find these in the back of the book here. 18 common questions. You probably have asked some of these. Will the new heaven and new earth have a sun, moon, oceans, and weather? We try to answer these things. Will we be ourselves or will we lose ourselves? Will we become angels? I'll tell you, no, you're not going to become an angel. Too bad. Will we have emotions and desires? Yes. Will we still have our unique personal identities? Yes. I'll be me. Nobody else will be me. I'm confident nobody else will be me. They've already opted out of that. What will our bodies be like? What will our bodies be like? Will we all be extremely beautiful? Oh, Max Factor, eat your heart out. Or who's it? Mary Kay. Mary Kay. Oil of Olay. No. What age will we be? The appropriate age. Will be the appropriate age. People say 30, 33. It'll be the appropriate age. There's some things in the book about that. Will we have our same five senses? I'm still trying to get my sense of hearing. I'm still working on that. Will we have our same five senses? Well, yes, and maybe more. Will we have new abilities? Will we be male and female? Yes, I believe we will be male and female because in the creation, in the beginning, God made them male and female, and we're going back to an Edenic kind of living because that was the perfect garden, that was the perfect place, and not just the garden, the country, and many things. Will we wear clothes? I should hope so. Well, what will we eat and drink if we eat and drink? We're going to have to eat and drink if we go to all these feasts, and that's important. Will we get hungry and will we digest food? God will work that out. We will get hungry, maybe, I don't know. Will we digest food? I don't know. God's going to work all that out. Do you know the one who made us in the first place can make us in the second place? I think so. Will we be capable of committing sin? You won't commit sin, so why would you be capable of committing sin? I don't know. I think that you'll be still in the image of God. Will we be tempted to sin? And if so, will we have free will? Well, those are things that God has in His keeping. Will we be truly perfect? Well, we will be complete. Will we know everything? Well, we will know even as we are known, and we'll know far more than we know right now. But I don't want you to think that we're going to know as much as God knows. God knows more. God knows more. He always will know more. He's omniscient. He is God. He is God, and we are creations of His. Let me go a little bit further here. That's life in heaven, part 4, and we come to that quickly. What will we do? We're destined for deeper relationships. You know that Jesus said that there would not be marriage in heaven. And what God does always when there is not going to be something, He seems to always trade greater. He seems to always make it greater. So I cannot imagine being in heaven without knowing my beloved Joanne Evans Jenkins. I cannot imagine that. She's my best friend for 55 years. So I expect to be reunited with others, and I expect to be reunited with her, and I expect to be there. Now, we won't be husband and wife because there will be one bride. That's the church, and there will be one groom, and that's Jesus Christ. And that's important for us to realize. God has all that worked out in His plan, and His plan is absolutely perfect. There are misconceptions and there are expectations that we have, and some of those things can be clarified here and some cannot. Let me simply come to one more thing, and that is worship. Worship will be a part of heaven. Some people think, they get worried, they think it's going to be one long church service. No, it's not going to be one long church service. But let me tell you how the revival this past week was a little bit of heaven. It was a little bit of heaven, and it was revival because, you see, there was no focus on personalities or personal preferences. We were focused on a big God. And when we focus on a big God, which is the only focus you can ultimately have in heaven, because He is big, and He is not a cosmic killjoy. I believe that God sings, God grieves, God is concerned. I believe even God laughs, because I believe Jesus laughed. I believe He laughed on this earth. Some of you need to laugh more. You really do. You need to crank it up and laugh sometime. And for sure you need to smile more. I think heaven will be a place of smiling. I think heaven's going to be a glorious place in that regard. And I think that we're going to enjoy worship in just such an amazing way. We're not going to debate about styles in worship. We're going to be focused on the person of worship. We're going to be focused on worship where we ought to focus it, and it is on Almighty God. Folks, we are not to evaluate how we do what we do, whether the choir was good or the choir was not good. Well, the choir was great because they were praising God. Well, the congregation was great because they were praising God. Well, the musician may have missed a note. They won't in heaven. But they were praising God. We're praising God. We're praising God. We're praising God. Why don't we go ahead and start that now?